Hey guys, what's up? Cobra Axes and Allies here, bringing to you another painted neutral army. This is the Turkish army, and this will be used in Global War 1936. So basically, kind of like with the Finnish Winter War expansion, I took all the pieces I would need for Turkey at war and painted them all up. So first off, we have the infantry, and so this is your standard infantry class unit, and as with all of the neutrals, I'm painting the actual roundel on top. And with Turkey, I did do some beards on some of them, just for some diversification. This is the mountain infantry. Yeah, just a white fez instead. Here is the militia, just my standard militia piece I'm using, Dutch infantry. Yeah. Next up is my cavalry piece. These are pretty cool. I just like the look of them with the fez and the black plume on top of them. Yeah, pretty cool piece. I'll have a slideshow at the end of this just to show these off in a little more detail. Here's the fighter. Just the Fokker neutral fighter, so with the coat of arms painted on the sides. Tactical bomber, which is just a Japanese Kate bomber, and the Fokker 8 medium bomber. For tanks, these are just some Polish light tanks and Panzer IIIs, and they're pretty basic in terms of they're just painted up, washed, and given a roundel on top. I didn't bother with the treads or anything. Artillery, these are just the standard artillery I'm using, with them black wheels. Here's my motorized infantry, roundel on top. It's just the Opel Blitz truck, so yeah, I've got a little black in the back to represent the open canvas. Next up is the Navy, which they do have a couple options for ships that they get. So here's the transport ship. Yeah, I chose this green coastal scheme for the Navy. Looking online, I think that it's the something that won't get confused with anything else, and it was actually used in the war, so I think that's pretty cool. Here's the destroyer, the cruiser, and you can see too I've painted on little lifeboats off the sides of them, so those look pretty nice. The submarine, and still to this day, a lot of Mediterranean countries still use green submarines because it blends in better with the greenish blue coastal waters. And lastly is the battle cruiser. This is supposed to represent the Yavits, and it's just the battleship from the original Axis and Allies game. So yeah, just a few lifeboats off the sides of them. These are washed with silver. I just thought it would look good on the dark green paint. But yeah, this is the Turkish army, and I'm happy with how they look because this will get used a good amount. I do like the idea of the Turkey at war expansion, and even when you're not playing with it, Turkey does get a fairly big standing army, so you will be able to see a lot of this stuff in-game, which I really like. So I hope you enjoyed this little look of my painted Turkish units. Cobra